we never plan the intro when we have a guest. We
Ever,
do the same
no.
for Simon.
Yeah.
And it's awkward when he's like right there.
Yeah.
He's just staring at me.
Because we actually completely forgot we booked him as well.
Yeah.
So we're seeing how long we can go through the episode without having to talk to him.
When he showed up at my gaff, I was like, oh, yeah.
With his mic in his hand, hope in his eyes.
Brought my own, yeah.
And I had my PJs on and everything. I was rubbing my eyes at the door like, who is it? Oh, yeah.
And it was 6 p.m. for
And
anyone.
yeah. And Agatha already tucked me in and everything. You know? Good night. Anyway, we'll just get.
we do like a 1, 2, 3. We do that.
Yeah. Okay. Welcome to the show,
Michael Fry.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, guys.
You're very welcome. For those who don't know, the uninitiated,
Boo.
those buffoons, Michael Fry.
Our dedicated listeners. Yeah, the people we're relying on week by week to keep coming back.
That's our collective noun for our listeners. The buffoons.
They get it. They get it.
Not the penguins or anything. Just
No, that would make more sense, wouldn't it?
yeah. Or the hatchlings, the chicks,
Sorry,
Oh, that's
something like
good.
that.
before we go into this, all right, into any sort of real conversation, I am really annoyed by those collective noun things.
Oh, really?
In groups. I don't understand why it's a murder of crows. I don't understand why it's a...
Oh, because I guess they just need something to call it, and they're like, might as well. They can't all be flocks, or
or groups, or
But why can't it just be a group of? I know it's like
That's so
you
boring.
it's
can.
devaluing
You
the
could still
language.
say that. You could still say that.
I know. I don't know.
It's just fun to have another thing.
But why murder?
What's
Oh,
the
yeah.
panda one? The panda one's really weird. It's like, it's something completely bizarre. That's gonna wreck my head now. But the one for pandas is
Okay.
I need to Google it, but my phone is recording.
And my phone is far away
As we
charging.
speak.
Do you want me to? I have my phone.
Yes,
hooked up.
Yeah,
please.
okay.
And while you do that, I will give you a proper introduction.
Okay. Well, I'll just be on my phone.
Yeah. This guest is not interested at all. Welcome to the show, Michael Fry, very talented comedian,
Very,
actor.
very talented, yeah.
You may know from such shows as No Worries If Not,
Yep.
our sketch show, Dairy Girls,
Yep.
as well, amongst others, and his many online sketches as
Yeah.
well. I hate having to, even the fact that I prefaced it with online sketches.
Yeah.
So you do it in your bedroom, do you?
Yeah.
And you make it because that's what they used to say.
And how many hits do you get online? Oh my god!
Hits was the dead giveaway.
We did so many of them.
Yeah.
On during lockdown, I did one on. Was it not Lorraine? Our version of Lorraine in Ireland, like Elaine's show, the daytime TV
It
show.
rhymes. Yeah.
And this woman was filling in, had no idea who I was just kind of like, "Who are you?" Like basically, like,
Oh
I was
my
like,
God.
I don't know why I'm here. you know?
Yeah. Oh, they are desperate to fill time.
Yeah.
I've been called several times, and they're like, Sean, any chance you can come into Virgin Media tomorrow morning? I'm like, I live in a different country.
Yeah.
No, to talk about just what's going on for 10 minutes. And it's also in the middle of nowhere. I remember one time I was asked to go on Virgin Media, and I think it was like sort of lockdown. And it's not paid. That's fair enough. But they were like, we were like, my agent at the time was like, oh, can you cover a taxi? And they were like, no.
I'm not doing that.
It's
then,
the
yeah.
other side of Dublin from where
Yeah.
I would even stay.
It's
I'm
in
like,
the middle of an industrial estate. Like,
Yeah,
it's crazy far away from everywhere.
yeah.
Well, what is Irish TV's obsession with not, respecting their guests when they come on?
It's you know what it's like apologizing for your embarrassing friend, like
Yeah.
because me and Michael, we share an agent. We're getting into
Okay.
showbiz talk.
Oh,
we're getting, yeah.
And she's an English agent, and often I'm like, I'm sorry about these. When it's when it's an Irish company,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry. I know they're they'll try to be super cheap and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but that's just the way it is.
As you're saying that, I'm also just like, please do not badmouth Irish TV too much because I really need it.
But like,
Don't do this.
And
to me.
another thing, and Michael agrees with me on this.
On all of it.
Everyone who works in Irish TV is a terrible person. And we've talked about this throughout the night.
as someone who doesn't work in any form of entertainment, I can come from a neutral say you're great.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice
but,
of you.
Sean, you try your best.
Wow. Okay.
No, you're both fantastic. But did we chat about, or did I have a discussion in real life about Boyzone being on the Late Late Show?
We spoke about it like 2 days ago.
But like that's what, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, but for anyone listening, it was at least a week ago.
Yeah.
But like, it is the Irish thing. Like when you said they took no interest in who you were when you were coming on as a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, is that like, why would they do that? You look at Boyzone when they went on the Late Late Show,
Oh,
they got audibly bullied.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
For just trying their
The
best.
Late Late Show was like the biggest show on TV. I mean, I don't know how that happened. I
Yeah.
think it was like their label were like, we need press somehow, but we haven't got anything to show them. You can't sing anything yet, so
Yeah.
I
just
think
get out there.
Louis Walsh organised that somehow. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think he
Yeah.
had some clout at the time.
Oh, have you
But-
seen the documentary?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting how openly evil it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
He's like, I planted that story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did
it
all
was
that,
great for
yeah.
the band. Great for the band.
Jesus.
Was that the airplane crash, or was that no? What was it?
Oh, there was some of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to be careful, just because
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay,
in
yeah.
case Louis is listening, I know.
Yeah.
But like, also, yeah, I'm sure he's very litigious. So,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's not defamatory to say I think he's probably a bad person.
Yeah.
So
I think that's fair.
That probably helps there a
Open
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Open, yeah.
I don't know.
Do you remember the show? It was hosted by an Irish woman. That it was all about getting like cosmetic surgery.
The Swan.
Is that what it was called?
That's what it was called.
Yeah, I remember
Amanda
being on TV.
Byram was on it.
Yeah.
What?
And it was basically like it's kind of like an extreme version of 10 Years Younger, those makeover shows, but they
Yeah.
just give them all surgery, and then but they don't show them what they look like, and then at the end they lift up the veil and show them a picture of themselves or show them their reflection,
Yeah.
and they start crying. It's psychotic. It's
Oh my
crazy.
god.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wasn't aware of that. That's insane.
But it is
Mm.
absolutely mad. Some of them ended up with like Gilbert Gottfried
Yeah.
as well, because take it off them and they're just like,
Oh no! You affected my vocal cords too. It's weird. Why didn't I say anything this whole time?
But yeah, no, back then it was lawless. I think that's the
No.
best way to put it.
I remember like what was it? Balls of Steel as well.
Oh
was
yeah. That was
Which
crazy.
one's Balls of Steel?
Do you remember people would just do, it was sort of hidden camera TV, but there would be different characters and they would all
Yeah.
do various types of challenges. There was one, and Nedge was probably the most infamous one.
Oh,
It was Nedge's
Urban Sports.
Urban
Yeah,
Sports, yeah.
Yeah.
And he would do like mad stuff. Like he would
Yeah.
rob something from a shop and just get the
Yeah.
security guard to chase him.
Yeah.
And he would knock on someone's door, and once they answered, say, "Yeah, can I help you?"
Yeah.
And they'd be like, "You knocked on my door."
That
And
was
it's like,
very funny. In
which is
fairness,
funny.
yeah.
That is funny.
The maddest one I saw of that was it like Foreigner Rodeo or something, where he would jump on a foreign person's back
Oh my
and
god.
see how long he could stay on there.
Yeah.
And there was a guy who was so frightened he kind of ran into his house with him on his back. I was like, That's
Oh my
crazy.
I
You
remember-
can't do that.
No, I remember
man.
seeing one where he ran into a shop and said, "Get around, everybody! This is a stick up." And then everyone would go down. And he'd go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh
5,
my-
6, 7, 8, and he'd run away.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There was a guy on that called Mr. Inappropriate. And I remember I think he maybe had only one segment because I think these are in the same program.
Mhm.
He went into a corner shop, bought a porn magazine, and then just started wanking on the counter. And your man was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And then everyone's like, that's real funny you did that." And then there's another bit later on where he goes into a hairdresser. He's like, "Can I get a haircut, please?" And then just pulls down his trousers and being like, "Can I get a little off the top here?" With his pubes. It's just so like that's horrendous.
When
like,
sexual harassment was just a bit of banter.
just a bit of crack,
You know?
crack the
It was
fuck,
just
like.
banter.
I remember hearing about, Adam Buxton. You ever listen
Oh
to his
yeah,
podcast?
yeah.
Now he talks about this, and he often talks about the pranks they did on the Adam and Joe show in the 90s, and
Yeah.
some of them he really regrets, like because they went really badly.
Yeah.
But they did one, and again, it is sort of theft, but like it was a funny premise. You'd go in and you'd see a cereal box, and back in the day, it'd say like 20% extra
Yeah.
free, 20% free. They would open it and just start eating it, and then when somebody comes over and says, "What are you doing?" they'd say, "Oh, I'm just eating the free bit, the 20%
Oh,
free
that's
bit."
fun.
Yeah, but
That's
they,
pretty harmless.
No one
Yeah.
gets hurt.
just
Yeah.
innocent
Just
shopkeepers.
buy
Yeah.
it. Just buy the like
They
that's-
probably presumably did buy it afterwards.
yeah.
I remember Dom Jolly had do you remember Dom Jolly? Like
Yeah.
Trigger
of
happy TV.
of harmless humor.
Yeah.
Like I remember, I think we were showing that in primary school.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
like on a DVD day.
Oh
One
yeah.
of our teachers brought it in and showed it off. But I remember he had one. I don't know if it was on Sugar Rapid TV or the one that came afterwards. But he was kicking football outside of a military base, and they were like passing around, and they kicked it over. And went in and were like, "Sorry, sir, can we get our ball back?" Went over, and the guy came out and was like, "Do you realize there's fucking military base here that you can be shot, that we can shoot you?" And they're like, "Could we just have the ball back, please, if that's okay?"
That's pretty ballsy.
But he's hated in there's a small town. I think I'm not saying Shrewsbury because
Because I've mentioned that before.
because you're Mr. Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
But I know it's a miscellaneous middle of the ground football team is based around there.
That could be so many times.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Let's just say Macclesfield.
Yeah. Why? What did he do?
I'm about to say. I'm
Okay.
not going to like.
Here we go.
And go to the Patreon for the story. But he made fun of them in
Yeah.
some sketch, whatever. So they started We Hate Dom Jolly Day, and
Wow.
what they do every year is like they bring, because it's an absolute shithole, and he's telling the story on the podcast, and he's like, yeah, it is a shithole. I called it a shithole, but they bring out like they have like We Hate Dom Jolly Day in August. They burn effigies of him and everything, and he was like, "Oh wow, can I come down?" And the mayor's like, "No, because if you come down, it ruins the joke. It's really like revitalized the town in a hate of Dom Jolly.
The economy's booming.
It's booming. Yeah,
That's unbelievable.
they're like really worried if he shows up. He's like, you can throw like fruit and veg at me or whatever. It's like, no, you can't be in on the joke.
See,
You're not
that
allowed.
sort of stuff can't happen nowadays because like we had a monoculture back then where everybody watched the TV, so millions of people saw that. So they were rightly annoyed and rightly pissed off. Whereas now, if you made a video saying how much you hated Macclesfield, I don't think they'd care.
No, they would probably not even see it. You know.
Yeah.
They probably hate Macclesfield enough anyway.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's our thing.
Yeah.
Back off, Dom.
Yeah.
Well, some of those pranks were very creative. Like the one where they'd be dressed in costumes like a snail.
Oh,
and then he would cross the road really slowly.
Love it.
Or the one where, this one in particular, where they would find this secluded alleyway somewhere in London, and they'd have this really wide shot, and you just see somebody walking up it from behind, and then from the far end of the alleyway, literally like 100 people would run out screaming, start running, and the person naturally would just turn around and start legging it.
Yeah,
that's genius.
There's one as well. Do you ever see like the Montreal? I think it's the Montreal because it's French, but I think it's French Canadian.
Yeah,
but they'll do like these harmless pranks. Like for example, kind of harmless, but they'll do like, oh, we are looking for this person, and they'll have it on a news report in like in an airport. Yeah. And it's like, when you find this person, he's been looking for murder, and it's a picture of the person at the airport.
Oh no!
And they're just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
But it's always like you can hear like I think it's canned laughter, but you don't hear any dialogue.
It's very strange.
Yeah.
I remember Auntie Donna parodied these videos specifically because I remember it was just for laughs.
Yeah.
And they'd literally be like winking at the camera, being like, oh, and you'd hear like
yeah. It's real slapstick kind
very
of
slapstick, yeah.
But
very international humor.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not a thing in the English speaking world, but elsewhere they love that shit.
Yeah, it does. The
French.
French. That's French. Yeah. No.
This thing is coming back I think it's coming back next year, but the final Jackass.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Is coming, and
God, are they gonna put them down? They are fucked.
Yeah.
Like really, like Johnny Knoxville is like, I'm one concussion away.
Do you know,
from being at home.
I saw the last one of those, and this sorry, I was on a date with a man, right?
Okay.
And it was kind of like, okay, what do two men do on a date? And we had loads of pints of Guinness and saw the Jackass movie, and it was like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is like
really
not romantic at all. You know, I guess, but when you're out with the lads, you're out with the lads.
Yeah.
So like,
we saw it.
We did.
Yeah.
And was it the last one where particularly the nutsack related stuff?
Yeah, it was all that. Like, what the fuck were we thinking?
Was it a busy cinema at least?
Yeah.
Thankfully. That makes it better.
But speaking of, like, for the first time ever, someone came up to me at the Paddy's Day event I was hosting. Someone I haven't seen in years, and he goes, I love the stuff you're doing with your partner. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, the podcast, is that your partner, is it? And I was like, no, it's not, but like, thank you. Well, actually, more thank you him. Like, well done to Sean.
I presume he meant business.
No,
partner.
he didn't. You know, he went, like, you're lovers. Like, you've been intimate with each other, yeah?
Because you're always kissing on the podcast.
You're always kissing.
That's right, we do that.
Yeah, it's much on the own.
That's why I said I'd go on.
Yeah.
It's
our first three-way kiss on the podcast.
But so we went to see Jackass together.
We did, yeah.
But I always loved Jackass, and I like definitely went too far. I think, especially with Dave England. Like, he always said discussing things. But Dirty Sanchez.
Oh, they were even more extreme.
That was too much.
Because they were the pain men on Balls of Steel, weren't they?
That's right. Yeah.
I always remember the strimmer to the arse. Because it was like, why would you do that?
I can't. I think I don't have that.
That is like extreme self-harm.
Yeah, it's just
sort of loses the banter element of it. You know. Jackass towed the line well enough.
It did,
more
but like,
or less.
a lot of the stuff you're like, oh yeah, like Johnny Knoxville is psychotic.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But like, I think they do so much stuff to make sure it is as safe as it possibly can be.
Yeah, I think so. I was literally listening to him talking to Conan O'Brien about it on this afternoon, and he was talking about how it started, and it's quite interesting how his route into it. He did this sort of like Hunter S. Thompson style journalism. He described it as, where he would do it himself, and his first one was he would try self-defense weapons on himself.
Oh my god,
tasers, and he shot
yeah.
himself with a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
And he was saying all the magazines were like, do it first, and then maybe we'll buy it off you, right? And he's saying the only magazine that helped was the one that Jeff Tremaine worked for. I think Jeff Tremaine is the director of Jackass.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they helped him buy the stuff. But he said the cameraman was like, oh, I'm going to give you the camera, but I won't be there. Because just for liability, like I don't want to be there if you shoot and potentially kill yourself. So that's his first stuff he was doing. But then I think he started to develop I don't know if it was like early viral or something like that.
Yeah.
But apparently Lorne Michaels asked him if he would do that as a section on Saturday Night Live. This was
really hurt himself.
yeah, every week. And they might just cut it anyway. But he was saying that was the same time they offered him the Jackass pilot.
Yeah.
And he went with the pilot in the end, naturally.
I mean, you couldn't go viral back then. I mean, that was all. I guess
like
it was
video.
videos.
Do the voice.
They send you like VHSs in the
Yeah.
mail.
But it was the same with it's a little bit later, but Blind Boy, like I first
he
went
took
viral.
the streamer to the arse. Yeah.
Oh, put that streamer to my house. Oh, it's actually out. Yeah, Mr. Chrome's going to kick me in the balls as hard as he can.
You can't convince me that's not one of his short stories.
Yeah.
But he went viral through the prank phone calls. That's what I like when I was like 15, 16. That's what
I mean, it was. Yeah, I guess you'd like Bebo flash boxes. Like, well, YouTube was a thing in 2006. So I guess.
right, yeah.
I guess.
No,
think-
no, you're right. It was like what was that early? It was like Bluetooth viral. Was that it?
Oh yeah, where you just you send
That-
people like heavily pixelated videos on your phone.
Yeah, because they did that, and also the Up the Rap song that they did.
Oh yeah.
That
do
was
do I have to bleep that
that's
now?
yeah, because that's illegal. We can't broadcast that in the north of
Yeah, we're
Ireland.
actually not
now.
allowed anymore,
Yeah.
But they did that, and also the prank phone calls, which some of which are still on Spotify. I think you can hear them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one with the wasp is very funny. I can't
Is
remember
that
the detail of it.
the where you had the arrow in the packet? Is
It's-
that
yes.
at the bank?
Yeah.
And
The
someone
bank,
burst
yeah.
the balloon. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
And he was trying to charge some guy to use his lawnmower or something.
Okay.
And he would buy the yard, like he would put like £1 in like every yard or something. You know those lawnmowers that you sit on. and
Oh,
they go,
yeah,
yeah.
But he was describing this on the phone. But just good stuff like that. Good.
I like
harmless
how
fun.
this podcast we just describe other bits from
I-
podcasts
I
that
was
we
just
enjoyed.
we should do something original like that.
We should. I don't know.
I love the way we're not even describing it well. We're vaguely remembering it.
Remember that thing?
It was sort of like there was a lawnmower involved. Oh,
Yeah.
you had to be there.
There was no one out there going, I need to check out that Blind Boy now. Ah, God.
But Michael, you're over in London for the weekend
I am.
for to do our monthly comedy
See
night.
your monthly comedy night.
That's right. Yeah.
I had various designs to be like, oh, I'm going to book loads of gigs, and then I was like, I don't want to do that.
Right.
so I'm just doing this one and going home again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fair enough. Enjoy
Yeah.
yourself.
Mm.
We're gonna watch Saturday Night Live tonight. I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
And we're gonna get a roast tomorrow,
Oh.
and then we're gonna do
yeah.
a gig tomorrow night.
Is that you're going to be made fun of tomorrow?
Yeah,
gonna
we're
go
gonna
to-
like
Gonna roast
the
each other.
roast of Fry and Burr.
Yeah, you're going to sit in the
Yeah.
front row of
Yeah.
a roast comedy and be like,
Like,
Yeah.
take us down a
I've
peg
never
or two.
done one of those. I
They're
feel
very
like
mean.
I would love to know
Yeah.
what they would say about me though.
Yeah.
And I think I'd really enjoy that, but maybe also something could wound me quite deeply.
Yeah.
I feel like it's inevitable something hurtful, genuinely hurtful would be said.
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
no way.
I'm probably more worried that I would say that to somebody else
Yeah.
and then feel real bad about it.
Yeah.
What I say if ever I'm MCing, I'm like, if anyone heckles, I'm going to stand up on something very tall, point at you, and point out your biggest insecurity.
Yeah.
But I don't know you very well, so I might make it up. But you're going to spend the rest of your life not knowing.
Yes.
So, do you want to live with that fear, or do you want to be quiet?
That's yes, and an intimidating prospect. Lay down the law at the
Yeah,
start,
like-
at the start of a pub quiz. Listen, dickheads,
I don't like you. You don't like me.
we're gonna get through this whether you like it or not. And you've had some, to be fair, you've had some hostile pub quiz
I have,
crowds.
yeah.
by the sounds of it.
I've been threatened, but I'm still standing.
Yeah.
Mostly, it sounds like the Taylor Swift fans were genuinely the worst ones.
No, they were just really scary, to be honest. Like, because the problem is, I hosted a Taylor Swift quiz, and I said to him, I was like, I don't know anything about Taylor Swift. I didn't write up the quiz questions.
Oh
And the
no.
problem with the quiz, with writing about someone like that, it's like, if you're writing about, if the question is about like the subject of a song, most of the time I think most artists are like, oh, it's maybe about this, or they don't tell the truth or whatever.
Mhm.
So like it's vague. So everyone had different answers. So I just said, you're all right.
Why would you ask that? That's an opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
In your
yeah.
opinion, what is the song about?
What do you think the song is
Yeah,
about?
that's not what a quiz
In
is.
500 words or less.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Taylor Swift was bad. Harry Potter, Crowder's dangerous.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah.
did one of those when I worked at Joe, and I remember one of the guys. I won't name the journalist that was there with us, but hadn't seen it,
Yeah.
and he was reading out the answers.
Yeah.
And one of the questions was, "What is a levitation spell?"
Oh,
right?
okay.
Which we know is Wingardium Leviosa.
Of course.
And he said, "Wingardium Leviosa," and people went wild because like it's like a whole thing in the film. He
Yeah.
hadn't even seen the film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Specifically the pronunciation. of that.
Specifically, like they said over and over again, and he didn't get that right.
They-
They were raging.
Yeah.
Wingardium
Yeah.
Leviosa. That's gonna be stuck in my head now.
Yeah, and it was one of my because I was so terrified of doing live for such a long time
Yeah.
Yeah.
that I was just like on the Excel sheet in the corner,
Yeah.
and then it was just like, and then we go to Michael with scores, and I was like, I'm gonna do an Expelliarmus here, and they went wild for that. And that's why I am where I am today.
Yeah. But how do you find live performing now? You've done the Edinburgh Fringe once,
yeah,
isn't it?
I don't know. I find it really terrifying, and it ruins my week when I sit down to do
I'm
it.
so glad to have you doing the
I
show.
know,
Charlie.
yeah. I know. Stand up, I'm still getting used to. I think
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to who I am on stage. I don't quite know who that is, but I
Yeah.
quite like doing characters and I quite like doing songs. I love doing songs. That's always
Yeah.
fun because you get to do stupid dance moves with it.
Well, that's
so,
where I first
you know.
like came across you.
Mm.
Was I can't. Which one was it? I don't know if there was, but it was one of the songs you wrote that was based on.
A meme or
Yeah,
something.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I can't remember which one, but like it was like
What was the biggest, your first breakout one?
Yeah.
Because I remember you had a hit. Of
First
like
one was
4 or
Ethan
5.
McGregor.
That's it.
And that
yeah,
that was the first one I did.
That was so good.
The first one
Yeah.
I did, and it went everywhere because it was like, you know, that weird. We had that lockdown at Christmas,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and that lasted till like May,
Yeah.
so everyone was super depressed.
Yes.
and super online.
Yeah.
So when that happened, and then I was like, well, I was starting my masters in like a week or so, and I
Yeah.
just had all this time to be
Mhm.
like, well, I just started pumping them out. So I'd
Yeah.
say I did like 8 of them within a week.
You did, yeah. It was like every day. for a
Every
while.
day, and I was just fucking
Yeah,
pumping
yeah,
them
yeah.
out.
But did
like-
you have any desires of getting into doing comedy or anything like that before?
Oh
that?
yeah, before that I was kind of like,
You were-
I'd
You were doing
gone-
sketches and
Yeah, I'd done
characters.
sketches,
Yeah.
and I'd been on. I got hired for Joe as a result of that.
Okay.
So I'd done bits and pieces, but it was kind of like, I still had a job, and I still kind of like, that was actually quite late into the lockdown because it was like that was 2021.
Mhm.
yeah.
So I'd already gone viral,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a few different times or whatever. So
You went viral a few times.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. so this was just like we had a captive audience during lockdown.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever get that again because I think it accelerated our careers
oh, big time.
in a way that never would have happened otherwise.
See, I
So-
feel I missed the boat, so I am planning like some level of world downfall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
release some sort of.
To do that
Happens
again.
once every 100 years, though. I think you missed the boat.
No,
like.
no. I
As-
stick my mind to something.
Yeah.
All
How long
right.
do you think you'll live? Do you think you'll,
I
you'll
give
make
it-
it to the next
I
pandemic?
think I got 6 months. I'll get it in 3, and then the
Yeah.
last 3 months I'll be flying.
Yeah.
You're going to create a virus in
Yeah.
the next 6
Yeah,
months.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you doing up there, Joe? With your vials and your flask.
I'm going viral.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's right. That was a real. It's funny. Like I sometimes I wish I had the time to like commit to sketches like we were able to in that time. But now I'm actually like working as a result of what we did in that time.
Yeah.
So I can't make sketches to the same like level.
Yeah, I think it was also just like fun. It was almost like playing a video game where it's like, what high score can I get today?
Yeah.
Almost. And it was like, so I wasn't thinking about it being real people. And now that, because I hadn't met anyone who
Mhm.
was a big fan
Yeah.
of mine.
Yeah.
And then when you sort of come out of lockdown, people are approaching you and it's all sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You realize, oh, fuck, these are real people
Yeah.
who have, who are now buying tickets for me and all that kind of stuff. So there's more pressure, I think, now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I do think I should be making more shite in order to make good stuff. You know? Like,
Yeah.
I saw someone. There was a woman who sings in the style of Mickey Mouse. I don't know if you've seen her on TikTok. And
Yeah.
one of the comments was "Bring back human slop," and I think we need to be doing that.
Oh,
we need to
big
be doing stupid bullshit that goes on the internet, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
To
You know,
replace the AI.
that's
Yeah.
that's great. That's a good point. Like
Mm.
TikTok is the only app that really makes me laugh out loud like that because some people have described it as Vine energy, and I think
Yeah.
that's fair. Like that, just like that perfectly stupid stuff like that,
Yeah.
or somebody doing a Bohemian Rhapsody but as a minion from Minions.
Great. Love
Yeah.
that.
Very
Yeah.
funny.
But it is just Vine, really. Like,
Yeah, but just longer
Yeah,
Vine.
I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
stuff that just belongs to the internet. That sort of stuff should never be broadcast on television. It's just
Yeah,
stuff that
yeah,
should
yeah,
live
yeah.
as a stupid little clip somewhere. And I think
Yeah.
we need to get back to doing that. I think.
Yeah, I
you know,
agree.
it's
Just-
an interesting stance to be on when you're running for office. You know,
Am I?
Yeah, I've just made the decision now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring back human slop.
bring back.
Like human slop.
Oh yeah, human slop is better than AI slop for
Yeah,
sure.
right,
For
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I think what annoys me about AI when people use AI to generate funny things,
Yeah.
in inverted commas for our listeners, is that like I think what's really funny is when someone spends a huge, like ridiculous amount of time making something so fucking silly.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing for me. Like, you know that account, like, is it There I Ruined It? Or, you know,
Yeah.
those guys who make the mashups. I love that
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
Because you can tell they spent a lot of time doing it.
Yeah. Just committing to the bit like incredibly hard. You
Yeah.
know, like I mean, you've done it loads of times. I did it. There's times where like I've struggled about even posting videos because I'm like, this is so stupid. Or like I like when I did the Muppets 1984.
Love that.
Like
Love it.
that
Love
took
it.
ages.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be working and I was doing
Yeah.
I was photoshopping Kermit into a torture
Oh,
chamber.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
halfway through that and I'm like still got 3 more to go.
Oh, it
I'm
was
like,
so
Yeah.
good. That's one of your best,
I
I think.
know. I love
Because
it
all
so
the
much.
impressions are so fucking good
Yeah.
as well.
I just like, and it thankfully was Muppets, like, so it's all silly voices, which
Yeah.
helps. But I was like, I almost
Your
didn't
Kermit
post
is
it.
so good that I was like, where in the Muppet Show did Kermit say proles?
Yeah.
When was he talking about that?
We have spoken about this before, but give us a line from it, will you?
It was like, it lies with the proles. Hope it lies with the proles.
Oh, it's
Don't
so
do it
good.
to her, not to me. Do it to Miss Piggy. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then it's Fozzie Bear
Yes.
at the end. He's like,
Yeah.
who plays O'Brien. He's like, if you want a picture of the future, Kermit, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. Waka waka.
That's also John Mulaney. It's
yeah.
so like there are so many comedians that were birthed from COVID.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Probably more effective than even the virus itself. Like, but before, like you said, Michael, that you were already making sketches before COVID, were you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How long
I
before?
started in 2018, I think. So
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
it's quite a long time
Yeah.
now. But yeah, I don't know, just making stupid.
You were doing like
bullshit.
a lot of Northern Irish related stuff.
Yeah, on Twitter. So Twitter,
Yeah.
when they allowed video on Twitter,
Yeah.
I already had kind of like a rolling kind of 400 followers on the various accounts I had over the years because I used to delete it every summer before my exams in college.
Oh yeah.
And then just go back on again, and I had loads of different names, kind of thing.
Mhm.
But then they allowed video, and I was like, I could just do my stupid tweets as video, and then suddenly, because it's a platform built for sharing, or it
Yeah.
was
Yeah,
at the time,
Yeah.
that it just suddenly took off. And because I was making fun of the news, a lot of journalists found it,
Yes.
and they all had like 1,000 followers each. So it just
Yeah.
kind of kept going bigger and bigger and bigger. And Blind Boy was actually one of the
Mm-hmm.
kind of instigators of it.
Yeah.
Like once I did 4 good videos in a row, and he was like, he called me a certified gas cunt.
Oh,
And then it just kept getting bigger. So
it's funny.
Yeah.
He shared because I did a parody of his podcast
Yeah.
in like 2019.
yeah,
The end of it, and he shared it. Like fair play, he reposted it, and that was because that was the first sketch I'd done in like years that I thought was just something that I thought was good.
yeah,
And that actually got like genuine enthusiasm, behind it, like people sharing it in a way that I hadn't experienced in a long time. Outside of the football stuff that I was doing for work, but that
Yeah.
wasn't really my cup of tea, to be honest.
yeah.
Can you remember a moment for the two of you where it was a game-changing sketch or whatever? Was there like a very clear time where this went from
Yeah.
kind of somewhat obscurity to
Yeah, for me, I can definitely remember, like, my first million view sketch on Twitter was the bank parody that you're in.
Oh,
Yeah.
Remember we helped me
You're
film that?
welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah. And
Great.
because we actually went out on the pints the night before
That sounds about right.
and then filmed it incredibly hungover. Thankfully, as soon as we finished, the hangover kind of kicked in again,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
literally like green in the face. We got everything done before then somehow, but that just blew up. Like that one took off straight away, and then that was my first like a million view thing. So that really felt like a threshold moment. And I think it was at the end of the same year, maybe, where I did the Brian Cox one
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
again, which you filmed.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Joe was like my lucky charm
Yeah.
in videos over the years. Seriously, like such an
Yeah.
incredibly high hit rate. He was in RuPaul's Lad Race as well.
Oh, yeah.
Location
Yeah.
parody. But the Brian Cox one in particular was the biggest one I've ever done.
Yeah,
And there's a special shot I
Uh,
do when you know it's one of mine that you fucking stole. It's when I go on a low pan on his phone, like spin around.
When did you steal
Did I
this?
do that
You
for
did it in the
Stanley Tucci.
Stanley
one?
Tucci
He
when I was
told
in
me to
Dublin.
do it, so
I know, yeah, but I'm.
no.
Oh yeah, I said do it like Joe.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and I
it's
knew
not-
exactly what he meant straight away.
I don't mean to pit you guys against each other. You know?
Yeah, but fight for my affection.
But what about you? Was there like a
Oh,
moment?
probably those indie band ones. I think
Yeah.
it was the Come Dine With Me one where the narrator from Come Dine With Me had shared it, but also the guy who plays Ben from EastEnders shared it with the woman who plays Lucy in EastEnders. And then it was also I was on because I did Ronnie Pickering. This is all the space of a week.
Yes.
Did the Ronnie Pickering song, and I was on BBC Radio Hull for that. And it was just like I just suddenly got all these interview requests. And it was going. And all these blue tick accounts because when
Yeah.
the blue ticks meant something
Yeah,
or whatever, all
yeah.
these actors
Yeah.
and people, it was just crazy. Like
So
Yeah.
that week
That
of like
week,
those particular-
yeah. The other moment was before that was at Halloween when I was doing a series of like I play like a hypnotist kind of medium character
Yeah.
called Michael Seance, and I did one where at the end of the sketch the Sasquatch arrived and I'm like Sasquatch, how are you? And he goes like oogity boogity boo, whatever. It's so stupid. But Dawn French called me her comedy crush, and that is I will take that to my grave. I think.
Yeah.
So that felt pretty good.
That's a great
Yeah.
quote. Have you used that on the poster?
I should have. I've
Yeah.
actually never thought to do that.
Seriously, yeah. If
Oh,
she
well.
tweeted it,
Yeah,
Well,
she
yeah,
said it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If I did it now, she'd be like, "Who? What?"
I rescind that quote.
Yeah, I'd actually like to take that back. Yeah,
Because I do remember the first one was the what's her name? Not Conor McGregor.
Aoife
it's
McGregor.
I remember
Yeah.
that was the first time I
Hmm.
came across you.
I
That
was
was-
one of those things where it was like, oh, I like music and I think this is a funny idea and I don't care if anyone else likes it. And I think
Yeah.
they're the
Yeah.
ones that do really well.
Yeah, yeah,
Because it's like this is such a stupid little idea
yeah.
Yeah.
that, and that other people, for whatever reason, lights up their brain as well.
Just
And
love
I
it.
just
The specificity of it, like how niche it is like its strength, and also like the music, like the hooks on every song,
Yeah.
super
I-
catchy.
What is it you play?
I did piano lessons when I was younger. I did keyboard lessons actually, which is a separate thing
Okay.
where you do chords that your left hand and
Yeah.
you do the melody on your right or whatever.
Yes.
And then I did some piano bits, but no, I kind of just got into production, music production, like Ableton or whatever. I can play basic guitar, basically anything enough to accompany myself.
Oh, okay.
And then, but I just really like structuring songs and writing drum
Yeah, yeah,
parts and
yeah.
all that. I really just enjoy doing that sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
I was doing that anyway during lockdown. I was doing like the XX. I love the XX, and I was doing parodies of them, singing really
Yes.
stupid
Yeah.
songs like Barbie
Oh,
Girl
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember
or the
that. Yeah.
Venga Boys or whatever. And it was just something to pass the time at like 11 o'clock at night during lockdown because I was on like a shift pattern where I finished at 11 o'clock.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it, and I just had loads of fun doing that. And I
Mhm.
didn't
Yeah.
care whether it did well or not. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But you guys have obviously worked together loads.
Yeah, I
Sean-
think I've probably worked with Sean more than any other comedian.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 On like various, like obviously we've done sketches together, like on social media, but
Mhm.
also no worries if not, of course.
Yeah.
But even before that, we've done 4 series of radio sketch show now
Yeah.
for you, and like that is so. First, it was the Michael Fry show,
Michael Fry show.
2 series of that, and with Kira Knight as well
Yeah.
for those ones. And then now it's lunchtime with Michael Fry, and we're in the middle of writing the 3rd series.
Season
for
3,
that.
yeah, it's pretty good.
And I have to say, that is like one of the jobs because it's usually annual, and like I just look forward to it every time.
Yeah.
Like at no point does it feel like a task. You know, it's
No,
just
yeah.
just pure crack.
Much like when we record this podcast, Sean.
yeah, no,
exactly like that.
That's a
Yeah.
valid comparison. I'm not making eye
Yeah.
contact with you.
For completely different reasons. So you recently reposted a video you guys did together.
Yeah.
And that was
That was so I reposted it in my desperation to promote our comedy night. I was
Yeah.
like, how about this? Because I've seen people repost old videos and just say, oh, the comedy night, just in the caption or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was so Andrew Scott and Aidan Gillen talking acting. So you do a great Aidan Gillen, and I do Andrew Scott as well.
You do a great Andrew
you
Scott.
do a
Oh,
great.
stop.
You do a
I
great
wasn't gonna
Andrew
say it
Scott.
myself.
Yeah.
But it was just literally them having a phone call, and we recorded it again. Another lockdown thing, I think.
That was 2020. It was the first time we'd ever collaborated.
Really?
Yeah.
Had you met in person?
No.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
that was
Totally
remote,
remote.
yeah. And then I met you in London when
Oh,
I
yeah.
moved back for.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We met in person then, and But like we did that, and then we did some remote parodies with Eleanor Morton as well.
Yeah.
We sort of have like an informal sketch group. It's in hiatus now, temporarily,
Yeah,
forever.
yeah. We live in different countries.
Yeah, it's just
how possible is that
it's
really?
so unfeasible now
Yeah.
for us to do anything together. But we did a few sketches. That was at the time where, because you're all filming on phones, so
Yeah.
it looks the same
Yeah.
if it's just you in the frame. Like, and we did that sketch. So it was Andrew Scott being phoned up by Aidan Gillen,
Yeah.
and he's just always weird and creepy and terrifying.
Yeah, I don't know why I
Which
started
one?
doing that with him.
Gillen.
Okay,
Gillen,
good.
sorry
Yeah,
to
yeah.
specify.
Because
Yeah.
from what I've heard, he's a really lovely man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that I've turned him into the Slender Man, essentially. But I don't know, there's like just such a wonderful intensity to Aidan Gillen that I
Yeah.
really, really enjoy. I remember seeing an interview with the guy who plays Wolowitz in The Big Bang Theory. I don't know
Oh,
his
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
He was talking about Nicolas Cage, and I think Aidan Gillen is our Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
In that he's capable of some really, really good stuff. And
Yeah.
no matter what it is, he makes interesting choices.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that's good. And I think the mark of an interesting actor or whatever is that you can do an impression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although to be fair, like I was thinking about this earlier, and then I was thinking, what about like Jessica Chastain, who like
Yeah.
shrinks into like I can't do an impression of Jessica Chastain because she's amazing.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, because she melts into the background each time. But like, imagine I had an unbelievable
Yeah, I'm just-
Jessica
like,
Chastain
I'm just like, I got two impersonations: Aidan Gillen and Jessica,
and Jessica
Chastain.
Chastain.
Yeah.
What a range.
Yeah, but yeah, Aidan Gillen. I don't know why he's captured my imagination, but I've just seen lots of stuff that he's in. So
Yeah.
I think the Aidan Gillen I do is it's either Littlefinger, Game of Thrones season 5.
Yeah.
You know when he suddenly drops the English accent, he's like,
Yeah.
whatever. Or Queer as Folk, Aidan Gillen, and I think he's peak powers, peak Gillen.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
that, so
Peak Gillen.
We all aim for it.
Yeah.
Because the interesting thing about him is that he'd never want to be an actor.
Really?
He wanted to be like a television host. He wanted to
Oh.
be. There was some. I don't think it was Gay Byrne. Maybe it was Michael Murphy or something like that.
Oh.
That was his idol, and that's what he got into it.
Mike Murphy,
be-
who did like the pranks.
I think it was him because I know he said it was someone like.
That's so nice to hear.
Yeah.
It's so nice to hear that he wanted to do that. But like
Yeah.
he's a brilliant actor.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Kind of, yeah.
I find it interesting that like he's been in Game of Thrones, The Wire, like two of the biggest.
The Dark
Yeah.
Knight Rises.
Dark Knight,
The
yeah.
Dark-
I'm talking
oh,
about
yeah.
TV.
He's
yeah.
the villain in The Maze Runner. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
No.
Oh,
He's great in it.
Yeah.
I think he'd be an incredible Bond villain.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I
And I'm
guess-
hoping he's a Bond villain because I will
Yeah.
get so much mileage out of that, you know?
But he's never really hit. Yeah, well, I find it curious about his career. He's never really hit that.
I think he
Like-
does a lot of indie stuff as
Yeah,
well. I
yeah.
don't think he wants
I
that
saw
either.
him-
Like Queer as Folk was huge at
Yeah,
the time
yeah,
as well, you know?
I saw him in a film Trad at a film festival 6 or 8 months ago,
Yeah.
Mm.
and the director was like trying to get funding and ended up funding it himself. And like him, Sarah Green, what's his name? The other guy that was in Love Hate as well, Peter something.
Oh, the Dublin guy.
I know
Yeah,
who
yeah.
Coonan, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Peter
that's that.
Coonan. They're all in it, and he was like, "Yeah, they all just did it for free."
Oh wow.
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
play.
like because they're just dead sound.
Because the
And-
script was that
That-
good.
Yeah.
No, but it is nice. Like
Oh,
you know
yeah.
somebody's into it if
I
they
think
will.
if I were a huge actor, I
Yeah.
would be doing the I was going to say Daniel Radcliffe thing,
Oh, yeah.
where you have one big hit and then you just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Robert
yeah.
Pattinson, where he was in like
Might
The
as well.
Lighthouse and that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
You know what? I saw Macaulay Culkin. He's in Fallout. He's
That's
in
right.
the new series
Oh
of Fallout.
yeah.
He's
Is he good?
not great.
Ah,
No.
I don't know. He was a child actor. Child actors are different. I think
Yeah.
child actors are chosen because they're confident children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily mean you're a good actor. It just
Yeah.
means you're a cheeky child.
Yeah.
They
So-
terrify me.
Yeah.
Confident
I was
children.
insanely jealous. Just so jealous of child actors when I was a child. And
Yeah.
now I'm like, well, no, I wasn't a child actor because I'm a good actor. Or so I think.
I'm
Probably not,
just
but,
gonna grab my phone to get some
Okay.
questions. You
Okay.
guys have banter, which I can come
We'll
back
have
in
banter.
on.
We
okay?
should have the banter. Yeah.
What do you want to bant about?
I
Sean?
don't know. He's put us on the spot now as well.
Yeah,
Bant
God.
is a nice verb, though. We were banting.
Jesus
I suppose it
Christ.
would be bantering, really.
Bantering.
That's perfully serviceable. Perfectly
Have you ever
cromulent.
seen that clip from First Dates? Where is these two people from, I don't know where they're from in England, but they're like, one of them goes, "Do you like banter?" She's like, "Yeah, I love banter. It's great, innit?" So we could do that.
Yeah, let's just do that. We just did, basically.
Yeah.
Quality stuff. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I think Joe put the feelers out.
You put the feelers
He put
out.
the feelers out for some questions.
Oh, we warned you about doing that.
Not
You
again.
can't be doing that.
No, we have a
Um,
guest. Put
I
those
asked
feelers-
myself a question on your
Oh,
thing as
did
well.
you?
Yeah, I did.
You did actually, yeah.
How is it to be the most talented man in Ireland?
Pretty close,
Can you
actually.
say
It's,
what
why are you so handsome and popular?
Yeah.
I know you.
I think we've covered that over the last
I think we
40
have.
minutes
Yeah,
or so.
yeah.
We got one from Richie Sheehy.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Richie,
He's
great
gigging with us
man.
tomorrow.
He's
right?
gigging with tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Lovely man. Salah. Oh, Mane.
Mane.
Has Michael ever had contacts with subjects of his tunes? Gogarty, rock lads, etc.
Oh,
Good question.
I
Yeah.
have met Twink's daughter,
Oh.
and apparently they loved it. So
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that felt good. Gogarty, I've spoken to on the internet. Paul
Yeah.
Gogarty, the fuck you deputy stag man.
Right.
There is definitely someone. There is. I definitely have, but I can't think of it right now.
I meant to actually message you because you were mentioning RT Radio in an interview for which one was that?
Yeah, that was for Pat Rabbit, and that was
Yes.
for the P Flynn. You should try it.
Oh,
sometime.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's iconic.
No, I've never met that man because he is dead.
P. Flynn.
Yeah, P Flynn. Yeah. But
Try it
I would like
sometime.
to.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
dead. Try it.
Try it
sometime.
sometime. Yeah. I definitely have, but I can't think of it right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what about you? You've come encounter with some people you
Who I've mocked. Who
Who
I've
you've
skewered.
lambasted.
Yeah.
I've never met Andrew Scott. I actually would love to. meet
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I would as well.
I feel like
yeah.
he would hate me, and I think that's fair enough. I
Yeah.
think it's a fair trade.
Yeah.
And I hear from everybody
I think
who
it's
knows him.
important that those guys do hate us because it's like they have to take their art very
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah.
You know that kind of
That
thing.
is fair. You know, we have conflicting interests
Yeah.
here, basically.
Yeah.
Because they take it so seriously, that's why it's so funny for us to take the piss.
Yeah. But it's
But-
also why they're so good at what they do.
Exactly, yeah, because
Yeah.
they commit to it. But also, I've heard from several people that he's lovely, you know.
Yeah.
But I do an impression of him in my live show where he is being kind of scary, like Aidan Gillen,
yeah.
and like it's probably the best part of the show now as well. But apparently, it's not at all what he's like. But I won't say that in the live
I
show.
think it's
that's
fine.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
lie. It's
yeah,
grand.
no, that's fine.
I do remember being
I've met Maura Higgins.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's
it.
great. What's she
Yeah.
like?
Lovely, great.
Did
Yeah.
you? What did you do to her?
It wasn't a particularly popular song now, but it was. You know when she's on Love Island and she catches that guy
Yeah.
being like, I wonder if she's all mouth or not, and she fucking tears him a new arsehole. It's amazing.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
there's a bit where he comes to the girls' dressing room, whatever, and he's like speechless because she's obviously like just has no time for this and
Yeah.
is just attacking him or whatever. And there's a point where he's kind of like, and she goes, what? What did you expect to come in here for me to suck you off or something? It's just so, it's so vulgar and so amazing. So I
Brilliant.
did a song about that, but I don't think she'd seen it. So it was
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so when you met her, were you like, "Did you see my song?" And she was like,
My brother was like, have you seen that? I was like, don't mention that one. That's not very good.
Yeah.
That's not a good one.
Do you have
But,
any like when you're thinking up those? Like,
Mm.
it's obviously cult moments.
Mm.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
like, but do you have any in mind that you'd like to do and you just haven't come across, or does it just sort of happen? Does the magic happen when you're in the studio?
kind of, you just hear the rhythm of someone speak, and
Yeah.
then you turn that into music in some way, or in
Yeah.
your head. It sticks in your head. Or sometimes you just sit down and be like, I wonder, is that anything? And you try a few
Yeah.
chords
Yeah.
or whatever, and then sometimes just a hook comes out of somewhere, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's just keep going.
Have you
with it.
gone for any that haven't happened? Like that you ended up throwing to the
Yeah,
that wasn't,
I did one with you know that one where it was like, you know, the guy in the mustard suit who's given out to Frank McCourt.
Oh, yeah.
I did a song of
God.
that, and it's not my best. It's
Oh,
not my
really?
Sorry,
favorite one, yeah.
what's his
Such a
name?
moment. such a
Jerry
moment.
Hannon.
That's
No,
it.
no.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually knew that part.
Yeah,
No,
Oh,
what's
Viper
it?
Higgins.
Viper Higgins in the
yeah.
Pat's. Yeah,
Frank
That's so
McCourt.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I like about it, is that it's such a dense block of text
Yeah.
that you can get loads of lines out of it.
Yeah.
yes,
But it just whatever way I did it, I'd love to have another go at it and
Yeah,
see what
yeah,
I can
yeah.
do. And then I've also tried, you know that guy, because St. Patrick's Day was recently.
Yeah.
You know that old man who's like, I think it's the biggest load of punts
Oh,
and wants.
yeah.
And I was like, is there anything in that? And there's just not enough in the video.
It's a shame.
unfortunately.
It must be hard. Well, I suppose for that, it's
Mm.
like what the hook would be Ponce and wants in
Yeah.
some
It would.
way.
That's the thing. It has to be as well. And
Yeah.
then
I
there's-
feel like
there's-
that'd be like a Euro pop song though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ponce
And
'cause
once.
It's quite short and sharp.
Yeah.
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 Ponce and wants.
But sometimes it's not the hook necessarily that you think it
Yeah.
is. So I
Yeah.
did the one, you know, the guy who's like Anna Chorus, Celtic.
Yeah.
I did that, but the chorus is actually I don't believe in the Premier League, which is like that's not
Yeah.
the main line of the
Yeah,
video,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's just the thing that gets the hook on.
If
you know?
it's the timing or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Have you
yeah.
done David's Dead?
Yeah, I have.
I did,
Okay.
yeah.
I have.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it's quite a popular one actually.
Yeah, then I
that
must-
was- someone played that on the radio here somewhere. I think.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's such a funny moment.
That is
Oh,
great.
yeah.
So how many have you done?
Oh, I would. It's over 20 something now. I would say at
Right.
this point. Yeah,
'Cause
I've
you-
filled 2 albums and there's others I haven't.
You can do like a greatest hits.
I could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could.
You did.
Michael Fry Gold. Or
Yeah.
whatever you call it, yeah.
You did that Australian one. Was that a new one? You
That
did
was a
last-
new one. That was Bob Catter. Yeah,
That's
the guy.
right.
The
You know
but
the
I ain't
one
gonna
with-
talk about it.
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
But he also threatened to punch a reporter in the mouth recently, so
I
I've
saw that.
included both of those.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's very funny.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
Yeah, because he's so upset.
Because he asked him about his
His
heritage.
Lebanese heritage.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's
Oh,
just like,
that Aussie guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love that so much.
it's
yeah.
so funny,
It's just
and
like,
he's just
let
like,
that blossom
my family
blooms."
have been here for 140 years. My family been here since the dawn of time, and it's like that's their
They're
different.
different.
That's
dawn
not when the
of
dawn of time.
time.
is.
Yeah, maybe he's just that hardcore of a Christian.
Yeah.
We've a question here from Blonnet.
Hello, Blondet.
Blonnet, she's a brilliant singer-songwriter. But and this
Blondet.
is my personal favorite of your sketches.
Uh-huh.
She's asking about what she wants more lore about Grandad's SquarePants.
Ah, I love that one.
Oh, that
It's
is
something I'm very proud of as a piece of writing as well.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. And I love the performance in it because I was just like, I was playing with drama and I
Yeah.
love the idea of, for some reason, talking about this silly show and then making him cry for no
Yeah.
reason. Because I wanted to do it with my Catherine character before.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite get there. I did like a Love Actually kind of happy ending thing,
Mhm.
but I wanted something devastating. And then the first one of those, the Grandad I did was Scooby Doo, where it was a sketch we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys are tagged as kind of co-writers in it.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
it was something Eleanor said, where she was just like, "What if Scooby Doo gets put down?"
Yeah, that was
And
it.
I was like, "Imagine that!" And how it was so funny how devastating that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I did it with the old man, and then the SpongeBob one. Yeah, I don't know why. Or sorry, I'd seen the SpongeBob movie, and it's kind of implied that they're lovers in it.
Yeah.
Him and Patrick. Not really. Like they're just
Yeah,
best
yeah.
friends or whatever. But it's just funny. Just the idea of it's very funny. to
Yeah.
me, you know.
because I remember watching it
Um,
and thinking like you obviously don't know where you don't have any idea it's going to go there. till
no,
it goes
why
there.
would it go there?
No,
Yeah,
it's-
which is what I like about it.
Yeah, but it's so good. But I remember watching it going like, oh, did you kind of accidentally write a beautiful, like as in like you started writing it to be like, oh, this will be hilarious, and then you suddenly found this depth.
No, I always wanted.
always wanted-
I always wanted that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that has. I don't know. I've no conception of how many people have seen it.
Yeah.
because it goes viral on Tumblr quite regularly.
Things go viral on Tumblr
yeah,
now.
yeah, apparently
Tumblr.
so.
What a
And,
world.
I don't know.
Wow.
And the
Which
guys
one's
from
the washing machine.
Yeah, on the Bosch network.
Yeah.
It's really popping off. I just
Yeah.
signed up there.
But yeah, every so often someone will find, like Jason Sudeikis has retweeted it. And,
Jason
stuff. And the guy who
Sudeikis.
plays Mr. Peanut Butter in BoJack Horseman, Paul P.F. Thompson, or what's
Oh,
it
yeah,
called?
yeah,
Paul
yeah,
F.
yeah.
Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has followed me over that, which is nice. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like, oh yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. I feel bad that they've seen that and then have to look at the rest of my work. But like, I'm kind of. I always
Don't
wanted
put
to do
yourself
like.
down.
I would love to do a one-man show where he gets real sad at some point.
Yeah.
you know? Like,
yeah.
do you remember that episode of EastEnders? I don't know how big EastEnders fans you are, where it's just Dot Branning for half an hour.
Oh,
into a
yeah, I've
tape
actually seen that.
recording.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That's actually beautiful. I remember,
want to do
yeah.
that. So
I remember I came across that. I was like dying sick at home, and like sometimes I'd throw on the omnibus. And I'd
yeah.
be like, oh,
The
let's see what's happening
omnibus.
there. And that came on. I was like, oh my God, this is the most devastatingly heartbreaking.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's good writing. There's good stuff in the world of soaps. You know,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
willing to.
Soaps are good for story.
Yeah.
Because I did a story kind of class there recently with
Yeah.
the guy John York, who's responsible for You Ain't My Mother. Yes, I am. He's
Oh my
responsible for
God.
that.
Oh my God.
And he was like, watch soaps because they're very good for like beginning, middle, end kind of plot
Yeah.
stuff. Like if you're
I always
confused
say
about
this.
story structure.
Like,
yeah.
if I wish I had worked on a soap just
Mm.
to get that sheer experience in of writing plot after plot, like
Yeah.
and doing characters really consistently.
Yeah.
Because now it feels like a really intimidating task to even do like one 30-minute episode.
Yeah.
But if you're doing that week in, week out as part of a team, it must
Yeah.
be excellent training. You see a lot of people starting in soaps and then end up pitching their own big shows off the
Yeah.
back of it.
We'll get you on EastEnders.
We'll get you.
Have you thought about writing to them?
I would
talk-
love
Yeah.
to be in EastEnders. That is
Yeah.
like that's peak. So if anyone's watching, who
Yeah.
can get me on EastEnders?
Have you created like a fantasy character that you would be? Would you be?
Oh, I'd love to be like a devious little dickhead. You know, like you know the way
Oh
Ian
my God.
McKellen was on Coronation Street and he scammed
actually
everybody.
was,
yeah. Was
It's yeah, he plays a con man. And they give him all this money to write a book about the area, and then he like disappears, or they
Just like
catch
3
him. They catch
episodes.
him last. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. I'd love to be someone who's loads of affairs with people and then leaves.
I-
One of those.
Just rides
Sorry,
every-
just riding.
when you
everybody.
first started saying it, you know, a little deviant, I thought you were like going to be what's it like, Dear Evan Hansen, where they cast a 40-year-old to play a 15-year-old. I thought it'd be like that. You're just clearly like
playing
playing
Was
a
it
teenager.
Ben Mitchell.
yeah.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
What I love about teens and soaps is that they can't mention brand names. So So it's always at Christmas time. You know, you threaten, like, you're not getting on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
It's always like, you can't go on your new games console. No one would ever say that.
Do you know, like, obviously in soaps and stuff like that, they can't like put in what actual people make fun of.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing like beware of bullying in schools or like over online.
Oh,
and do you know what I'm what I'm going to say? It's it's like someone had sent, it was like, don't send nudes, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just like, the text he gets off for cyberbullying was, "Oh, you've a terrible willy."
That's very funny.
That's great. Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
Oh wow! I said that to you yesterday.
Yeah, just completely off the cuff.
Yeah.
Terrible
Terrible
willy.
Willy. That's the first thing.
There's
that
no coming
came
back
up
from
with-
it. Yeah.
You say he has a bad willy?
But Willy as well. It's so down
I'm
the
actually
middle
surprised
inside.
they got Willie on Before the Watershed.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at that.
I
Yeah.
suppose it's a name as well.
It is a name,
Yeah.
and that's what they're going for. Willy from The Simpsons.
Willy,
Like, you're
yeah,
a
yeah.
terrible Willy impersonation, but they got rid of the person.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Cool. We're gonna move on to YouTube.
If we got, we're going to YouTube for one more
more.
Fry related question. It's how to steal a penguin after dark.
Yeah.
It's where we get nude for the YouTube audience.
Oh.
Yeah.
Finally.
So tune into that. But for everybody else listening on Spotify and other platforms,
Thank you very much.
thanks
Thanks
very
for
much.
tuning
Very much.
in.
Cheers, guys. Very kind.
And
Very kind.
we always say black in the blue bin.
Would you mind saying it?
What?
Can you say black in the blue bin as Aidan Gillen, please?
Okay.
In what-
Okay. I have to do the weird.
Sure.
Black in the blue bin.
He's done it.
Oh,
He took his time. It was
Jesus
worth it.
Christ, that's so good.
I'll say it as Andrew Scott as well, just for equality. Hi, black in the blue bin. Yeah, not the brown bin. Black in the blue bin. Now you do one, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it was a haunted child.
Yeah.
You get it
That's
straight
a really
away.
good Jessica Chastain.
And we'll leave it.
We'll leave it
there.
there. Oh, God, we're great. But how do you get into character for Aidan Gillen?
You used to do the smile. It's kinda- and it's the lowering of the
Yeah.
face
Yeah.
or whatever. And then it's, I don't know, he takes over you.
Yeah,
It's kind of like he possesses you. You know?
You really, I was marveling at it. I was rewatching that video because I literally hadn't seen it in like 5 years.
Yeah.
And there's long. I actually cut it down a lot because there's long pauses where you're.
The pauses
You're
work.
pausing.
The pauses are part of it as well.
Yeah,
It's his
yeah.
intonation as well, and that he elongates certain words. You
Yeah.
know, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. And it just, I don't know why. That's
Oh, it
just
does
his rhythm.
work though. It's captivating. You know, it does work.
And how do you use it in your live shows at all?
I did for my first ever live show. So I had kind of gone viral or whatever. Myself and Killian Sunderman wanted to do stand up.
Yeah.
So we decided we would do 25 minutes in front of 60 people for our first ever gig, which was great because it was all our friends and our agent and our family and all that kind of stuff. And a part of my act for a while was a cease and desist from Aidan Gillen, where I would read it as Aidan Gillen. It was basically just him threatening me.
Oh, that was great.
That was
Yeah.
fun. And then I did Aidan Gillen live as part of mine and Killian's double act.
Yeah.
Where it's basically Aidan has been living in whatever venue it is since the 1600s.
Yeah.
And he's like, who dares? Like Phantom of the Opera kind of stuff.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then basically tries to eat Killian, and then he has a cross or something, and I disappear. But it was always fun to be like,
Yeah, to be there.
to creep out and like
Yeah,
have
yeah.
your hand appear beside the curtain and kind
Yeah.
of, you know, it was so
Yeah.
much fun. I love doing that.
That was great.
But do you ever want to actually meet him?
I'm really afraid. I've seen him. I waved at him at a lecture picnic, but I don't think he knew it was me. So I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry, is he aware you exist?
I don't know. I hope so, but I also hope not
Yeah.
at the same time.
I think he
you know?
is. I think he is aware you exist. Remember, I was telling you Barry Murphy met him. And
Oh,
I think
yeah.
he mentioned your impression to him,
Okay.
but I don't think he went into detail.
Yeah.
They remain
Yeah.
the jury's
He
out.
just smashed the glass.
Don't say that name
Yeah.
to me.
I'll make him fry. I've actually come across Andrew Scott
Yeah,
in public. I was on a date.
the way you phrased it, really.
I know, it's really weird. I've said come across too much
Yeah.
today.
You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
it, you did. You said it earlier.
I said
and was like,
earlier.
if he says that one more
Yeah,
time, it's going
yeah.
to start sounding like jizz.
I know. In my head, I'm like,
Yeah.
I keep sounding like jizz here.
That is something my friend said to me in maths once, where
How recent
we
is
were
this?
like, we were in fucking sixth year, and our teacher was like, "All right, we've come across this before," and my friend just was like, "Come across your dad before." horrible, horrible stuff.
Juvenile stuff.
Yeah.
That
Good,
reminds me,
good.
when my brother studied engineering, right, like mechanical engineering, and they studied, the massive drills they use to bore tunnels
Unbelievable.
underground. Huh?
I know where this is going.
Yeah, I think I've probably told you this before, but my brother was telling me that one of the other guys was in the class, and the subject for that day was boring technology, because they're boring holes. And I remember he was saying one of the other lads was like, he's like, fair enough, like fair play to him for admitting that it's boring,
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's when they say boring technology, they're not saying, yeah, guys, we know this is dull.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a lot more wholesome than I thought.
Yeah.
We're talking about drilling and stuff. I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, it wasn't not at all crude.
No. Boo.
No,
boring.
say something crude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, I came in, Andrew Scott, and
That was just clearly doesn't work.
Awful.
That one obviously doesn't work.
no, I was outside actually the National. I was on a date, and he walked by, and I remember he had a big bag on his back, and he had like a white t-shirt.
I'm just walking down the street.
Every time you do it, he does sound kind of depressed.
I've got a big bag on my shoulder. Ooh, look, this loser's on a date.
Word for word, pretty much. Yeah. But he walked by, and we were mid conversation, and I just said, "Oh, Andrew Scott just went by," and she like grabbed me by the arm and went, "Where?" And he was gone. And I was just like,
He scaled the walls.
Love it. Okay, next question.
Yeah.
See us out.
Just see us.
Did you get many questions?
Mostly from you.
All your
Other
burners.
than mine.
Yeah. We got 6 or 7.
Oh, that's okay.
But we'll go for 2 real.
I knew you beat me to it.
Yeah.
I said it the other day with a gat, like we were just finishing dinner, and she said 6, 7, and I said 6, 7 way, and she was literally like, "That's so
You
embarrassing."
are.
Yeah.
She's like,
Poor
"That's
old man."
pathetic," and I felt such shame.
I feel I know the answer for you on this.
Yeah.
But maybe it's the same for you. What is your pre-show ritual?
Oh, pacing.
I was just gonna say, a
Yeah.
lot of pacing around.
I will have 3 beverages. I will have one for caffeination, one for hydration, one for fun. So I have I have a water.
Yeah.
I will probably scull a Red Bull and then have maybe something sugary like a Coke or a Powerade.
Wait, what do you think is in Red Bull?
Well, it's caffeine.
Okay.
So that's the caffeine.
Yeah.
And then
Okay,
the fun is the sugar one.
Okay.
But
Okay.
there's
That's
sugar
what I
in
do.
the Red Bull
There
as
is,
well.
yeah.
sure.
But you need other sugar as well. Because you will pee out some of the sugar in the Red Bull.
A variety
Oh my
of
God.
So
sugar.
you need a variety of sugars. You need
Yeah.
a balanced diet.
You're 5
So-
a day.
So I do all of that, and then I walk around. In Edinburgh, what I would do is I would go up to like this hill, the top of this
Yeah.
hill, and I would just freak out there in the garden for like a full hour beforehand. Just freak out. Yeah. I love just
Oh.
more in the kind of like, when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane.
Of course.
Uh,
Of course.
Kind of like
Yeah.
that, only
Yeah.
I'm nervous about going on stage rather than being
As did you do the whole month?
just 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
But over the 2 weeks, did your heart rate, get to normal?
It did
Yeah.
actually, and then I got worried about that because you need the nerves. So
Yeah.
I just found
Mm.
myself drinking more and more Red Bull,
Oh, to get
Get
the heart
through it.
and then not
Yeah.
sleeping at
Yeah.
night. Yeah, it was very
That's funny. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine is not so. There's not as many liquids involved in mine.
More solids, is it? Or
Yeah. I 3 different types of
Semi-solids.
solids. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sand. Get some sand in there.
Yeah.
But I don't have to,
Yeah.
it's not too specific. I would pace around a bit, and I try to just find a quiet room and just like breathe calmly for a while.
Yeah.
But also just before I go on stage, and this is very practical, I just take a quick swig of water and hold it, because the last thing you want is to sound like you have a dry mouth
Yeah.
like immediately from the start.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And that's about it, to be honest. I just don't overthink it now. In the past, I used to, when I was less experienced,
Yeah.
I used to be like, "Oh, stand up, you have to be big and excitable and full of energy." But eventually, I was like, "Well, that's not me." So
No.
now I just play it down.
Take your time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I like doing. That I like actually walking over to my laptop and opening because it's like I'm in control.
Yeah,
It'll start when I want to start.
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah. And you say that to them as well.
I do
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You'll laugh when I tell you to
Yeah.
laugh. Yeah. You'll have fun when I tell you.
Shut up.
We go for one last quick one.
Sure.
This is from Lucas Mac 2025.
Mhm.
What do you think of Leitrim? We've already discussed this enough, so I think this is just for Michael. yeah.
Leitrim has the smallest coastline in Ireland.
It has a coastline.
Yeah, it's a very small one.
But
That's the
that's-
smallest.
Hold on a second.
Um,
You're cowering because that's not what you think. You're just stating a fact. Open
When I
up,
think
Michael.
about it, I think there's so little of Leitrim that I have very little thoughts about it. There are more people enrolled in UCD than there are in Leitrim. It's like the least populous county
Oh my
in the whole thing, and they didn't have traffic lights until like 2010, and then got rid of them. So if you ever want to learn how to drive, go to Leitrim because
How
you
does
want
that work though? Like no traffic
all
lights.
just
How can that
roundabouts.
be?
And,
Yeah.
Just roundabouts.
just use your common sense, man.
One foot in front of the other.
Bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it has a coastline, so presumably it has a navy as well. The Leitrim
yeah,
Navy.
it does. Yeah, of
It's
course.
just one lad in a fishing boat. Stop it!
With a spud gun.
Stop it!
Yeah.
Go away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about Leitrim. I haven't been. If someone would like to invite me to Leitrim to go for the day, I'd love to.
Would
do
you actually
state
go?
visit.
I
If you
would
get
go.
if you get a DM now saying, Michael,
If someone was like, I would pay for you to stay in Leitrim for the night, I'd be
Okay.
like, yeah, let's go and we'll film the whole thing.
Yeah.
I would love to do like, I don't know if you guys ever saw Daniel and Magella's B&B road trip where Daniel O'Donnell and his wife
Oh
went
my
around all
God.
these rural B&Bs, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that is my ideal job.
yeah.
I would love a job like that where they just send you off and you have a nice time.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
had that for a couple of
Oh yeah,
couple of
yeah,
days.
yeah.
You didn't have a nice time though. You got attacked.
It got it.
Waiting to attack. Someone opened the door.
Somebody tried to
Oh,
pry
this-
his way into.
yeah,
the
yeah.
But you got a compliment.
The
Yeah.
Susie Ruffle thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would have liked that job. That would have
Yeah.
been fun.
That
Should have
was
been me.
It should have been.
Really should have been me.
you.
So
They were saying that. The crew was saying that the whole time.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
like,
yeah.
should have been Michael. Should have been Michael.
yeah.
But I'm sorry, I know we're going a little bit over, but like you have been acting a lot as well recently.
Acting the bollocks,
Like,
huh?
I suppose,
Sorry,
I
no.
suppose we can leave
Sorry,
it on a
excuse
joke.
me.
Yeah, that quality banter.
Yeah.
No, do you
Um,
see yourself doing more acting?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'd love to do way more, but yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing that much acting over the last while. I was on Dancing with the Stars,
Mhm.
and that's not
How'd it
quite
go?
acting. Yeah, great. Thanks for
We
asking.
haven't talked about Dancing with the Stars
Yeah.
at all.
I can't
At
believe
all.
it.
Yeah, I thought I'd have this podcast to have a go at them all.
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars, but no, I like doing it because it's like a different kind of performing.
Yeah.
This is the year of the side quest, right?
Okay.
Where I'm not doing a tour, I'm not doing an Edinburgh show, so I'm just going to do stuff that's interesting to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Nice.
That's what I'm
Brilliant.
going to do
And
for
next up, go to Leitrim.
Go to Leitrim.
I will go,
Yeah.
if that's a side quest.
Yeah.
If Aidan Gillen invited you.
Oh, I'd be worried about that. I'd be suspicious of that if he invited me come to Leitrim where no one could see you.
How
Yeah.
how would he invite you if he was going to?
Mm.
Probably a letter. I would
A
say.
letter?
A letter delivered by an owl or a lizard or something. I don't know.
An
Just-
ancient scroll.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somehow covered in dust, 400 years
There'd
old.
be like a man in a cloak and you wouldn't be able to see his face and he'd arrive on a horse and he'd hand me that.
And you'd
basically.
look up just after you're finished reading it, and he's gone.
and he's gone. Yeah.
and the letter
The letter
disintegrates.
crumbles,
Yeah. I hear a whisper in the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To Leitrim. Cool. All right.
Okay.
Michael's going to Leitrim with
Michael's going to
Aidan
Leitrim.
Gillen.
And
And
with
going to
Aidan.
work in the Coast Guard.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
the Navy.
The Navy. Oh,
There's a
sorry. The
difference.
Navy. The Navy. Completely different department.
They're quite an intimidating
Yeah.
naval force, really.
Yeah.
Got a lot going on. All right. Well, thanks very much for joining us.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
We'll
crack.
see you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow.
See
Yeah.
you tomorrow on the show that we're doing.
On
Well,
the
we
show that-
done.
That will be
Yeah.
done. Yeah, I was
So
thinking.
this is irrelevant to everybody on YouTube.
To everybody on YouTube.
What a
But
success
the
it
show
was.
went great, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't cry even once.
Yeah.
So-
Cried
He had
several
his
times.
liquids. And
Yeah.
he did
I
the
had all
basics.
my liquids.
All right, cool.
All right. See
Black
you
and
next
blue
week.
bin. Bye,
Bye.
guys.